Jiu-Jitsu has exploded in popularity over the last decade or so. More and more people are getting what you might call the Jiu-Jitsu itch. And no, I'm not talking about staph infection. I'm talking about this strange need to step onto the mat and voluntarily get humbled by another human being on a regular basis. And for some reason, it's happening more and more with men over 40. Guys who should honestly probably be stretching more, talking about knee braces, and debating electrolytes like it's the next big media scandal. Instead, they're signing up to get strangled by 24-year-olds named Tyler. So why is this happening? Why are so many men over 40 starting jiu-jitsu? Hey guys, I'm Ben, and this is Midlife Grind. On this channel, we talk about what it actually looks like to rebuild strength, discipline, and purpose in the second half of life through fitness, mindset, and real-world experience. If that's your thing, consider subscribing. It helps way more than you think. All right, look, I don't think this is just about learning submissions. I think something deeper is happening. I think a lot of men probably hit a point in life where they feel comfortable, but they're disconnected. They're disconnected from challenge, from brotherhood, from themselves. And jiu-jitsu seems to offer something that modern life just doesn't give many men anymore. Things like pressure, struggle, growth, humility, and purpose. And maybe most importantly, proof that you're not done yet. I think one of the biggest reasons that a lot of men over 40 are starting jiu-jitsu is because modern day life has become physically easy, but mentally exhausting. Most of us don't really struggle physically anymore. We sit, we scroll, we work, we drive, we sleep, we repeat. And on the surface, life is fine, but something feels off because men are built for resistance. And I'm not talking about fake resistance like deadlines and emails. We're talking real resistance. The kind that forces you to stay calm under pressure. The kind that exposes your weaknesses immediately. The kind that doesn't care about your job title or your past achievements. And Brazilian Jiu Jitsu gives you exactly that. You walk into a gym thinking you're in decent shape, and within 5 minutes, some 150-pound guy is quietly dismantling your entire sense of coordination. No yelling, no aggression, just calm, just control. And it's humbling. But it's also strangely refreshing because for once you're not performing life, you're living it. No phone, no distractions, no status, just the present moment. And the problem is right in front of you. And a lot of men haven't had that in years. Another reason jiu-jitsu is exploding with men over 40 is because I think a lot of men are just lonely. Not dramatically lonely, like sad girl in the corner, crying, listening to emo music lonely. Just quietly lonely. The kind that builds slowly over time. You get married, you have kids, you work more, and you just get busy. And without even really noticing, all of a sudden your social life shrinks down to nothing more than logistics and short conversations about schedules. Friendships turn into texts like, "We should catch up soon." And that never actually happens. Jiu-jitsu changes that because now you're surrounded by people that you struggle with regularly. People you get submitted by, people you learn with, people who see you fail but still show up next week. That matters more than most people realize because on the mats, everything is stripped away. The mat seems to be the great equalizer among men. No job titles, no social status, no image, just effort, real effort, consistency, just showing up. And for a lot of men, that becomes one of the only places that they genuinely feel connected again. There also seems to be something deeper happening with aging. A lot of men over 40 start to quietly feel like their best physical years are behind them. Recovery slows down. Energy shifts. Weight doesn't come off as easily as it used to. Your whole body just feels different. And even if life is good, something changes internally. You don't feel as capable as you used to. Jiu-jitsu pushes directly against that belief, and not by pretending that age doesn't matter, but by proving that you can still improve. You can still get stronger. You can still get sharper. You can still learn new skills on a high level. You're not done evolving. And I think a lot of men, they need that reminder probably more than anything else. Not encouragement, but evidence. Now here's something that nobody really tells you about starting Brazilian Jiu Jitsu over 40. It exposes your ego immediately, especially if you used to be athletic in any way, because your mind still remembers what you used to be able to do. So you try to apply that same version of yourself to the mats, and it doesn't work. You get tired faster, you get stuck more, and you get controlled by people that you didn't expect. And eventually you realize something important. You're not training your old identity, you're building a new skill. That shift changes everything, because once your ego settles down, learning can actually begin. And you stop trying to win every roll, and you start trying to understand the position. You stop forcing strength, and you start to develop timing, awareness, and control. And ironically, that's when you start to actually get better at this. And maybe the biggest reason that men over 40 are starting jiu-jitsu is this. It shuts off the noise. For 1 hour, nothing else matters. No work, no stress, no problems at home, no tomorrow. Because if you stop paying attention for even just a few seconds, you're gonna get submitted. There's something grounding about that. It forces presence. And I think a lot of men today are just mentally overloaded. Too many inputs, too much distraction, too much time in your head. Jiu-jitsu pulls you out of that. It puts you back into your body, back into the moment. And when you combine physical struggle, brotherhood, discipline, progression, and presence, something shifts. Not overnight, but over time. So why are so many men over 40 starting jiu-jitsu? I don't think it's just fitness. I don't think it's just self-defense, although that's probably part of it. And I definitely don't think it's because we enjoy icing random joints every night and questioning all of our life's choices. I think it's something deeper. Men are looking for a challenge again, for brotherhood again, for meaning again, for proof that they're still capable of growth. And maybe that's the real reason Brazilian Jiu Jitsu is exploding right now. Because men over 40 aren't just trying to become fighters, they're trying to become present again, strong again, alive again. And for a lot of them, the mats are where that starts. All right, now it's your turn. I want to hear your story. If you're a man over 40, let me know down in the comments, why did you start Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? And as always, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time. Bye.